Hey everybody, how you doing? Dash and Dave here again. Alright, hadn't really made an announcement yet, but I joined Grubhub as a delivery gig driver. And part of what spurred that, well, the only thing that spurred it was over at More Finance. He had talked about how if you're not on Grubhub, you might want to get on Grubhub because they have partnered with Amazon, yada yada. You probably know the story. And some of them are getting free monthly delivery, yada yada yada. And so I got on Grubhub. It only took about a day. Not many spots are available to reserve in my market, like 2 for every 2-hour block. So I'm just, free delivering. I'm not making schedules, which probably doesn't give me preference over the ones that are scheduled. Anyway, Grubhub is at least the number 3 player in my market here. Doordash number 1, Uber Eats, and then Grubhub. I've had a few orders and experiment with it. It's a lot like Uber Eats, where you really don't know exactly where you're going when you pick up the order. But anyway, that delivery I did right there, which is probably about my 6th or 7th or 8th Grubhub order in the last week, at a dentistry office. She made the comment specifically the reason she joined Grubhub was because she's an Amazon Prime member. So in my market, at least one brand new Grubhub customer because of the Amazon Prime deal that they have. So oops, the GoPro battery died right at that moment. So just quickly wrap it up. I wasn't ever planning on doing Grubhub. Like I said, they're number 3 in our market. However, I have discovered in the week and a half that I've been doing Grubhub, and I think I mentioned this before in one of my previous videos, if you saw an order sitting at a Perkins or a Taco John's that hadn't been picked up for a long time and, ultimately was not going to get picked up, it seemed to be a Grubhub or an Eat Street delivery. So I've been getting some really good offers on Grubhub, and as I indicated, from what I've seen in the scheduling, only 2 slots are available per 2-hour chunk of scheduling, and you can go about a week out. You got to be really quick on that, but they also have a preferred scheduling, and I really haven't gotten into it too much. I'm pretty much just turning on the Grubhub app when I'm in my market and taking what is thrown my way. So we'll just see how this all rock and rolls. If I can, I know that Grubhub has a standard base pay of $11 an hour. If you accept 90% of order offers and you don't make at least $11 an hour, from what I've seen, even taking the $4 jobs that they throw at you, you're easily never going to meet that qualification, yada yada yada. So anyway, it's been a nice little filler along with Uber Eats and Doordash, so I'm triple apping now. And I'm kind of glad I got onto Grubhub because, as you can see here in this case, this order specifically, it is a direct result of the Amazon Grubhub partnership. The other thing that I've noticed and confirmed by a specific customer that I delivered to, the Grubhub delivery zone is just absolutely massive in my central Iowa market. One day last week, I was about halfway between Ames and Nevada rolling back home at the end of a shift and picked up a Grubhub offer from the McDonald's in Nevada, being delivered to a small town about 5 miles east of Nevada. So a little bit further than, me driving home. But it was paying $14, so it was like, hell yeah. So picked up the order at McDonald's and drove it 6 miles or so east to a little town of Colo, Iowa, and dropped it off at the customer. And just, bullshitting with her, she said, yeah, she really likes Grubhub a lot because they deliver to more outlying areas than do Uber Eats or Doordash. And she goes, it's the only one that I can ever get delivered here. So anyway, that was pretty cool that, I was halfway home anyway and then picked up a $14 job. In the same aspect, my very first Grubhub job was taking an order from Perkins to Nevada, but it was right along Highway 30, so I didn't even have to go into town. It was at the trailer court that was along the south side of Nevada. So I did that. It didn't pay the mileage metric, but it was my first Grubhub order, and I think it was paying something around $12. So then I pick up an order from the Nevada McDonald's, traveling almost halfway back to Ames to an apartment complex out in the middle of the country there. So that basically paid me to get back to Ames on that first Grubhub order, which turned into a double. their driver loyalty programs and everything, I'm not going to be too concerned about. I have done some scheduling, so I've got some blocks saved, which should give me a little bit priority compared to just turning it on and running free. But anyway, so yeah, I'm triple apping DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub. Haven't done a lot of delivery gig videos lately here. It's just been kind of blah, blah, blah. Gas prices are coming down, which are making the margins a little bit better. And it's just been ho-hum, ho-hum, ho-hum. Some days are good, some days are bad. Just didn't feel like making videos. It was going to get real repetitive. But things are starting to tick up just a little bit. We're about 3 weeks out from the start of Iowa State University classes, and the kids are starting to filter back in. I'm seeing more pinks and reds on the heat map, and the orders are becoming more steady. There's still a lot of shitty orders out there, and I'm going to be doing a video on that here before too long. So anyway, stick around. Thanks for watching. Things are going to get better. They're getting better already. Still loving this delivery gig stuff. I just can't believe I'm getting paid to do this. And like I've said over and over again, compared to some of the production work that I've done over the last 30, 40 years, this ain't work. Alright guys and gals, that's all I've got for you today. Hopefully you can take something from this video and put it to use for yourself. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and hope to see you next time.